What's up, DC fans? It's Tim here, and today, as you can see, you are watching some Batman Arkham Origins gameplay, and I'm going to be doing a topic video on Rocksteady developing a Justice League video game. So, as most of you know, rumors have been floating around for years now, or at least a year, about Justice League appearing in the Batman Arkham series. Now, honestly, I can see that happening maybe in the next game, which will be the 4th installment of the game. But honestly, I'd rather just see Rocksteady develop their own Justice League game, connected in the same universe, but having their own game, basically. So, I want the next Batman Arkham game to be basically just on the Batman family. I don't want to have the Justice League in it. I want it to be in Arkham City or Gotham City. I want the Batman family to be in it. I want it to be a Batman game only. Now, DC actually has no video games in progress right now. Of course, like the 4th game's coming, but it's not announced. There's no games in the future as of right now. That's obviously going to be changed shortly because usually DC always has something that they're going to have next. Now, honestly, I love the Batman games, but it's time we see something else. I mean, we got Injustice, but I want to see not a fighting game, like a Batman, like a Rocksteady type game, but for other characters. That's why I think it would be perfect, especially with the whole cinematic universe getting expanded right now, to have a Justice League video game to get more pumped up for everything. So if Rocksteady were to develop a Justice League game, what would it look like? It would basically be what you would see in the Batman game, but a lot less darker and in the same tone, but with the characters of the Justice League, which would be, I would just go with the New 52, Justice League, Batman, Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, or maybe you could put Shazam in there too. I don't really know what you would want to do, but I would just stick with the New 52 Justice League as the 7 main characters they would put in the game. And the Batman in the Justice League would be the same Batman in Arkham City universe. And I really don't know how they would do like a timeline type thing. Honestly, I don't think it really matters, but if they wanted to do it, they could say this whole timeline is after or between Arkham 3 and Arkham 4. Like, it's like between City and whatever the 4th game is, and the 4th game can take after that, or it can be after everything, or it can just, not really distinctify anything. It can just be like, oh, well, it's the same Batman. That's pretty much it. And then, of course, one thing that would be the big part is how you would play as all these characters. Now, of course, you're not going to play as all these characters and have the same amount of upgrades, because that's just insane. Like, Batman has so many upgrades and so much in-depth detail on what you can do to him in all the Arkham games, and they will, of course, have to shorten that and expand it to all 7 characters. Now, I don't want them to literally put the Arkham series games in this. Like, I don't want to have challenge maps and everything. I want to have basically a story mode, and like, I want the graphics to look the same. I want the fighting method for Batman to be the same, but maybe a little bit more intense, I guess you could say, because, like, of course, you're going to be playing as Superman. I don't want to go to Batman and be like, wow, this is like shit now. Superman's so much better. I want Batman to have a feel of a little bit more power to him, maybe add a separate suit to make him a little bit more powerful. Of course, have the shock gloves and everything. But then again, like for Superman, like, how are they going to introduce flying? So I think it would be really interesting to see all that happen. And of course, you got the main story mode, which I think obviously should be a lot longer because you got 7 players to like play as. So maybe they could you play as each character twice or 3 times and have 21 parts. That would be the most ideal. I mean, of course, they could you just play as like maybe the Trinity, and then you get to play other characters after the game. Now, like, let's say you play with all the characters and you only get to play Cyborg once for a little bit. I would enjoy that, because then later when they add, I guess you could say side missions or something else, they could just have that, add him a little bit more. So what I want to do with side missions is basically what they could do is add every character splits up and gets each their own like group of side missions, I guess you could say. So after the game's over, you get to see just a cutscene of all of them going into their own city or some sort like that. Or maybe you could just add, like, I don't know, Green Lantern meets up with Green Arrow. You could have a side mission with them. Like, you just have like maybe a side mission in OA. Like, see, like, they could really expand the universe and just have an amazing Justice League game. I'm talking like literally imagining a Batman game times 7 or times 6. So how many characters you want to add is basically how I can see this. And then, like, of course, they could do some sort of challenge maps, but I'd rather them stick with mostly just having 3 side missions for each character. Like Green Lantern goes to Oa, or Green Lantern goes to Star City and teams up with Green Arrow, like sort of like the comic books. Maybe you could just, like, I don't know, like I can just imagine something so expanded. Of course, the villain could be like side, or someone like a big character, or honestly, I wouldn't mind like a group. Like we couldn't see the Joker if we did like an Injustice League, but we could be seeing Ocean Master. I'm trying to see Mongol. I don't really know how they want to do that, but I would honestly just mind with a classic Darkseid, unless they're trying to make this like a series and they want to go with like a 3-game series or something. But anyway, overall, I want to see a Justice League video game developed by Rocksteady with the same feel of the Arkham games, but added on to 7 characters. And of course, it would be, I'm adding so much, but I just want it to be a large game in general. I want it to be a long story mode, lots to do, and I want to have all 7 characters, all of them you play as, and I want to have the maps. Like, that's the last thing I gotta say. For Arkham games, you got, Arkham City. Where would this exactly take place? Honestly, I want to see separate locations that you can basically travel to. So for Superman, I guess you could do like the speed pass way, or whatever they did with like Arkham Origins, where you press a button and each character has their unique way they get there. For Superman, you just see him flying by. Batman got the Batwing, or whatever you want to call it. Aquaman, like they each got their own way to fly. And this game would have so much development to it. It would be pretty difficult to do, but honestly, if they really put all their hard work into it, and they really got people hyped. Like they announced it 2 years early, gave tons of trailers, and really just pumped it up, I can see it becoming like a very popular game, and they can make bank off it. Literally, I'm talking like everyone's pumped as like GTA 5. Like seriously, Justice League game. I mean, I don't know. I really think they should do it. I'm not saying it has to be developed by Rocksteady, but I want it to have that same feel, and I really think they should be doing it. So I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below on a Justice League video game developed by Rocksteady. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.